The voter registration deadline is Monday, and I talked to 3 ISD students, and they held a voter registration drive during lunch today, saying that young people's voices need to be heard. Who's interested in being a politician? None of you guys. While these seniors at Yvonne A. Ewell Townview Center in Dallas aren't interested in becoming politicians, it doesn't mean they do not care about the political process. You're not 18 yet.
No.
So why are you registering people to vote?
I think, to me, voting is a rite of passage, an American rite of passage. So I think it's critical and imperative that all people have the opportunity to vote, express their political beliefs and opinions.
To register, you have to be 17 and 10 months. I realize that a lot of people simply don't have the education and opportunity that is required to vote. And I think that's what really inspired me to start doing something about it.
Ariana Syme started a nonpartisan group called Gen Z Votes. The mission is simple: getting young people more involved in voting. She held a voter registration drive in her school cafeteria Thursday.
Having that conversation of like, oh, even if you're not the age, there's definitely still a need to create a plan. I feel like a lot of us kind of like take a step back when it comes to things like that, just because we're like, oh, we're not 18, like my voice can't be heard yet. Some of the civic engagement gap with young people is being educated. That education played out in real time while they were setting up the voter registration table.
And then I was asked, what is voter registration? What do you mean I have to register? And he was old enough to register. And I told him afterwards, I was like, hey, come back during lunch. I'll have a VDR here. We'll help you get registered.
This election has played out on social media more than ever. Both presidential candidates are involving podcasters and influencers in their outreach to try to attract younger voters.
I'm on TikTok a lot, but like seeing like some of these TikToks, I'm like, wow, like this is what they're doing. And it's definitely a way to be informed.
Recently, Syme was invited to the White House to have a roundtable with other young people involved in civic engagement. The takeaway was to concentrate on groups who are less likely to turn out to vote.
It's about making a bigger impact for all people, regardless of their demographics and their political beliefs.
We're waiting to get a final count of how many students they actually registered to vote, but it is also tricky again because they have to be 17 and 10 months, so up to Election Day being 18. But they got a lot of interest from students who are juniors or seniors that have not turned 18 yet, so it's never too early to start the process.